So, took a nap. I like to take afternoon naps. Wake up. There's the email, because I've subscribed to George Richards. He's got his own site, Florida Hockey Now. You should subscribe. You get the news before Twitter gets it. We let Dadonov walk to Ottawa for $5 million. 3 years, $5 million. So I had to grab some coffee. I didn't even change my shirt. I'm sure my eyes, I probably look stoned. 10 minutes ago, I was sound asleep. Nice 2.5 hour afternoon nap. I only sleep like 5 hours a night, so I take naps. Alright. So yesterday, the last few days I've been kind of getting this gut feeling. Yesterday I just said one little thing in a reply on Twitter. Only maybe a couple people even saw it. I said this is starting to look like a low-cost, low-budget rebuild. And Dadonov was going to be the least expensive option here, I think. Holla is still out there. Hoffman's out there. Hoffman's going to cost more than $5 million, and he's nowhere near the complete player that Dadonov is. I know that I've advocated for Hoffman over Dadonov because of the power play issues. But this shoe dropping now. Now that puts the pressure on us with Hoffman, and he's got us. If we're actually genuinely considering signing him, which I don't think we are, I think it's all smoke and mirrors, and we're cutting the salaries, and we're going with young kids, but they're disguising it as something else, you know, which is kind of what we're used to here with the Panthers. If we're not going to sign Dadonov for $5 million, we're not signing Hoffman for whatever the hell he's going to get. So kiss them both goodbye. Now I would love to come on here tomorrow or even later on this afternoon and be wrong, but I don't think so. Which leaves us to Holla, which the only reason to not re-sign him would be if we were thinking we were going to re-sign Dadonov. But if Dadonov went to Ottawa for $5 million, it's only $1 million raise over what he was making. So you got to really want to leave, right? You got to really want to leave Barkov and Huberdeau and tax-free Florida to go to Ottawa over $1 million, which by the time you're done with taxes, not even going to be $1 million. So that to me says we either didn't even make an offer, or we just told them, you know, we're not going to give you a raise at all. And even then, even if we kept his salary the same, you know, considering taxes and everything else, it's not like it's a tremendous amount of money more. So I think that there's something else there. I think we told him that we're just going to let him walk. And, well, you know, I guess you could, on the flip side of this, you could say Dadonov leaving Florida for $1 million, it shows he's not really looking to win. I mean, right? Ottawa's not winning anything in these next 3 years, so that's an interesting move on his part, but it also says a lot about what we must not really be offering these guys. So, and I know a few people have mentioned the word declare out there. that would just further my point, I think. If we take, a guy who's kind of obviously, I know some people think Dadonov was declining, but Declare, as 6 of one, half dozen of another there. This smells to me like, we're going with a youth rebuild, and I'm not sure Coach Q is gonna love that, right? We started some of these other moves, and you start thinking Zito was feeling like we could win right now. You get Matheson out, and then we started being rumored to get some of these bigger names, which were just rumors, obviously. And then we get Gudis. Gudis doesn't smell to me like a move to think that we're going to win now. Okay, let's just face it. And we're still stuck with Yandel and Strawman, and now we lose Dadonov. And not pleased. The order in which things are happening, it definitely doesn't bode well. It does not appear to me as though they're actually genuinely attempting to do anything other than tread water and be at best a bubble playoff team. And go with some youth, which, you look at the salary cap and our issues again. Bob's making a lot of money. Ekblad's getting paid. And we've got Huberdeau and Barkov hanging out there. And we're stuck with Yandel. So that's a lot of big contracts already. In terms of, having to give Huberdeau and Barkov big contracts. There's a lot on the horizon where we're going to need some of these younger guys, Tippett. I see a lot of people on Twitter just plugging Tippett in to not just the top 6, but to the top line and saying, there you go, kid. He's going to fill in these gaps. And what evidence do we have of that at all? He has not been able to make the team. And, you could criticize the team for not giving him an opportunity, but he has not made the team, okay? And I at least half the people I see have him just penciled into a top 6 role and taking over one of these spots with Dadonov and Hoffman. And excuse me, but until the guy actually makes the team and starts making a dent, he's just a question mark. And I do believe that we're going to have at least 2 question marks in that top 6. I think that's what we're going to be rolling with. It does not look to me, the Dadonov thing really makes it look to me now like we're not trying to sign any of these 3 guys. Because salary cap wise, we could have probably had Dadonov and Haula. Okay? But you let Dadonov walk first. Now that puts the screws to us. Haula knows we're going to be a little bit desperate. Now he's probably, worth a little bit more to us anyway. Unless we've already told him and decided, no, we're not interested. And if we're going to go with this mixture of inexperienced kids, and, that's the couple of guys that we traded for, right? Guys that, hadn't really, were buried on good teams' depth charts and we're crossing our fingers that they're going to be good. Everything that we're doing right now spells the word cheap. Everything we've been doing this offseason spells the word, it gives the impression that whole story about the owners wanting to cut $10 million off the salary cap at the end of last season. Right now, what are we, 12 million under, right? Okay, and we were told Dadonov, the rumors were Dadonov was close to coming back to Florida, and he went to Ottawa for $5 million. So that tells you we didn't offer jack shit. Okay, we didn't offer jack shit. Are you telling me that he went? If we offered him $4.5, you're telling me he walked to Ottawa for an extra $500,000 to go play for a crap team and pay taxes? You can't tell me that. If that's the truth, if he actually walked over like $500,000 a year to go to Ottawa instead of staying here, then okay, good riddance. All right. If he walked for that little bit of money and he doesn't care about winning, but something tells me that that's not the truth. Something tells me that we're blowing smoke up everybody's ass over here about, some of these higher paid, even just better players or replacing the players that we have. And I don't think it's happening. I think we're going with a lot of youth. I think the owners probably are tapped out in terms of bigger contracts, and I think this is just what we're going to see. I don't see there's any way that we're going to re-sign Hoffman. I think he's going to be gone. This is way too much money. And then the biggest question, like I said, is Hala. I haven't spoken to anybody that can make any sense of letting him walk. We gave up assets. We gave up Trocheck in that trade, and he played well for us. I mean, if we weren't going to consider signing him, why make the trade other than just to dump Trocheck? And that's just stupid. That was just stupid to get nothing out of that. So, all right, I'm hoping that by the time I'm done recording this and it's uploaded and everything, I'm hoping that news breaks that we signed Hoffman and make me look like an idiot and I was wrong. But seeing this happen in this order and it being Ottawa and for $5 million, it's not like they gave him $5.5 or $6 million and you start scratching your head. In terms of the NHL, Dadonov is worth $5 million, and come on, to want to leave Florida to go to Ottawa, something ain't right. Something ain't right there. Something is definitely just off there, and we're going to see it play out here in the next week when we see what happens with the rest of these guys. So, all right, I'm going to finish my coffee now. It's probably, well, I actually drink cold coffee anyway, so that's the thing. It can sit here, and I don't drink hot coffee. Hot coffee is for the morning. Cold coffee is for the afternoon. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope I'm back soon, and I'm talking about, I can't believe how much money we paid Hoffman.